So I'm Keith, I'm 23, 24 tomorrow. Moved out here to LA with nothing but a trunk full of shit and wanting to be a comic. Like, I want to be a real comedian. 3 years I've been at it fucking... I'm an open micer, I'm going at it as hard as I can, but I can see it. Like, I can see my shot right there on the horizon, and I'm just fucking running towards it, man. Because it's fun. There's nothing better. I live with fucking 20 weirdos in Hollywood at a hostel, and, you know, bank accounts dwindling, but I'm not going back. Like, you can't fucking get me to go back to Indianapolis. It ain't happening. It's too much fun out here. And it's like weirdly freeing knowing that, like, all I've got to do is my jokes. Like, if there was ever going to be a heckle at an open mic, when you're sitting there and you're listening to some guy just talk about his day, like he's the most interesting motherfucker in the whole world. No perspective on it, just his fucking chores and shit. And, like, there could be a heckle to solve that. Like, do your jokes. Like, some guy yells out, do your fucking jokes. Then maybe, I don't know, you might avoid all that time you spend being unfunny. So that's what I'm here to do. I'm gonna do my fucking jokes.
Funny face, I love you. Funny face, I need you. My whole world's wrapped up in you. When the road I walk seems all uphill, and the colors in my rainbow turn blue, you kiss the tears away, you smile at me and say, funny face, I love
Okay, so, like, everybody nowadays is all, like, anti-bullying, and I'm not. I have no time for that pussy bullshit. It's nonsense. Like, if it wasn't for bullies, I wouldn't be a stand-up comedian. I know that, because they were my first fans. Like, what's funny about what I do is when something's getting a rise out of me. And they would do that. They'd make fun of my body or my lack of ability with women, which for some reason, both those topics still come up. But yeah, and just till I would freak the fuck out, and then they'd laugh hysterically at it. And it's like, I'm gonna hate that? No, I'm not gonna hate that. I'm trying to make a living at it.
Yeah. You know what really grinds my gams? You know what really boils my inner thighs other than the fat between my leg bones? Guys in their mid-20s that like to talk about fingering. It's always the same boring fucking conversation. Like, you know, you ever wake up the next day and you still kind of can smell? And I'm like, wash your hands. And they're like, I know, I do, but sometimes you can still. And I'm like, keep washing your hands. Clearly you aren't finished. Like, you can continue with that activity until it no longer, like, and you guys might think that's funny, but the guy I had that conversation with works at a restaurant, so I don't really want Kale's clam claws and the potato salad. He's got his fucking muff mitts on my cheeseburger, and that's really fucking upsetting. Pussy fingers in the salad, man. I don't want, like, keep your fucking dirty hands out of the fucking kitchen, man. It's up, like, I'm better at writing titles for jokes than fucking jokes.
You're not alone, man. Yeah, there's a lot of that.
I want to call this one I'm working on this joke about how Mississippi shouldn't be allowed to have trees.
Yeah.
Because of their history. And I want to call it strange fruit. Like, I just feel like that's going to be, like a great inside joke for the people that get it. For the people who don't, that'll just be a track that they skip over or fucking don't ever understand. It doesn't matter.
This mic seems to be a little bit more sensitive sometimes.
Yeah.
About that
No, I
material.
think that's fine. No,
Yeah.
if they get offended by it, then you shit on them and tell them, you guys think you're so smart, because that's pretty funny. Yeah. And they don't see it. I'm like, yo, man, Mississippi's burning.
Dude, I'm gonna
More
get
rich.
Mississippi put in its place.
Mississippi is fucking horrible. I was driving through there and I was like, man, not only is vodka $9 a fifth, but they sure have a lot of trees. Don't people know that they shouldn't be allowed to have trees in Mississippi at this point? Like, historically. Like, I don't care if every little fucking kid doesn't get a tire swing in the whole goddamn state. You had your tree privileges, and they've been revoked. Don't touch another fucking tree in the Amazon until Mississippi doesn't have a stump to burn. I'm Keith Gray, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
I thought it went well. There were parts of it that didn't hit as hard as I'd liked, but you know, it's hard talking about gangbangs when there's only one woman in the crowd and 15 guys.
Do you guys like gangbangs?
Fucking love them. Invite me next time.
You making a
Please
doc?
don't use that.
Are you making a documentary about sad people right now?
I just invite myself to a
Well, in 20 years, people look back on this and be like, "That guy killed 20 women in Los Angeles."
Yeah, he invited me back tomorrow, and apparently Maria Bamford's gonna fucking do a show afterwards. I
Oh
can't
no!
wait to see
Oh
that
yeah! It's Chance, Royce, and Michael Munster's show. They're both from Austin. I know them from Austin.
Oh, really?
They're doing a show at Bamford's
Looking
on. Bamford actually
for,
comes here a lot. Like she'll even come to the open mic.
Did you see her?
An open mic that we just drove to, I believe is what would be known as Eastern downtown Los Angeles to find, and I'm pretty sure that it's in Echo Park, which is where I was headed to, and everybody's phone is dead but mine, which sucks dick. Your phone's alive? Wonderful. There we go. Come on. Oh, God damn.
So it's called the murder room.
Hey, that cop's coming back for me. So what you need to do is chuck these fucking.
What just happened?
We just threw out 2 beers because the cops fucking spotted us Google searching where the fuck we're going. And I was like, man, that's like $1.75 in beer. I'd rather lose that than $2,000 plus a DUI.
Yeah, you're down and dirty blues, man. Look at here. You play blues on blue guitar.
I feel like I'm in too deep. Sure.
I'm calling to the blues, man.
Definitely way too deep for it. Because it stopped being about how hot she is and started being about how damaged she is. Like, wow, you really have no self-esteem. We could date! Like, for real, let's get an apartment together. Like, I'll work a job, pay for the bar tabs and stuff, but your disability check will definitely cover rent. Like, it's gonna cover rent, maybe groceries too. Like, I don't know. I'm at this place, like, I drink with a lot of old women. Like, I love going out, like, a broad in her 60s is more real than any dude my age will ever fucking be to have a drink with. We just gin and tonic all afternoon. Yes, I can go buy us another pack of cigarettes. But why do they always want to tell me that their first husband was hung like John Holmes? Like, it seems to be like a universal truth with women in their 50s. And I don't understand, like, yes, I get the reference, but is that just your weird way of telling me you haven't been tight since the 70s? I don't fucking get it. It's not useful information. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. sorry. I couldn't talk to the camera in front of those other guys out over there. There's no way I could do that. That was fun. I enjoyed the shit out of that. I moved out here thinking this is going to be the longest, hardest road I've ever fucking encountered, and quite frankly, I feel really encouraged. You watch pressed and polished fucking comedy on television anytime you want, but you're never going to watch somebody's dream fucking die with every dumb word that comes out of their shitty mouth like you can at an open mic, man. And that is fucking quality entertainment. Do your fucking jokes. Let's see how this goes. All right, so almost a quarter of a century years old and still fucking terrified of my dad. That's something apparently that doesn't come along with adulthood. It's just drinking. That's the only good part. I really expected to not be afraid of my dad anymore. Like, at some point. But it's not his fault that he's terrifying. Like, he's not one of those dads that, I'm from the Midwest, so there's a lot of dads that are like, will really fucking make you feel bad. You know, pussy, queer, these are the kinds of things dads tell their sons to make them, you know, man up and start acting the way they apparently want them to. My dad was never like that. He never had to call us a pussy. He just made us feel like one. You know what I mean? Like he's a Vietnam veteran. So, I don't know if you know a lot of Vietnam vets, but none of your problems are anything anymore to a Vietnam veteran. Like, you'll be like, I don't know, you're having a fun day, tickling your little brother till he pisses himself, and then your dad will come in and be like, you gotta clean that up, and you're like kind of half-assing it, like, ugh, this is gross. And he's like, I've been up to my elbows in blood. Like, there's no reason to follow that up with a pussy, you know what I mean? You already feel that. I don't know, I feel like I talk enough shit about my mother, he might get brought up once. I hate hip-hop music. It's just because I feel like they have the exact, like, opposite fan base as country music. Not to mention that the lyrics could be completely interchangeable. Like, I don't give a fuck about you or anything that you do. Tell me that doesn't sound like it belongs on a Harley Davidson t-shirt. You know what I mean? Or you better check yourself before you wreck yourself, because shotgun bullets are bad for your health. I think my uncle has that on a poster somewhere. Like, and he's not a fan of Ice Cube by any means. I just feel like this is really fucking awful. Let me talk to you. Jesus.
No, I know all about awful. I invented it.
Okay, so, like, you're a guy, right? Yeah, no, it's okay. 1 minute of this. So you're a guy, right? Like, you're, like, probably one of those people who breathes in and out and then says, give me a second, and it takes 5, right?
Yeah.
You're one of those people who's, like, your whole perception of reality is based on stereotypes, but you claim not to be a racist.
Yeah.
Like, one of those guys who, like, drinks grape juice and rubs his wife's feet, you know? Like, you dip your fucking grilled cheese sandwich in tomato soup and pay your bills on time. You one of those motherfuckers? Is that who you are?
Yeah.
You breathe in and out, you take in calories, you expel them, you try and make this work some fucking way, possibly. One of those guys that comes to comedy shows and only laughs when it's funny. That's the truth. Well, I've been Keith. Thanks so much. It just never gets easier. Like, when it doesn't go right, it's like you build your whole day around it, and like everything leading up to it is about it, and then when it doesn't go right, it just fucking rips your heart out. You feel fucking miserable, like nobody loves you, and you'll never make them laugh again. And you just wanted it to go right. There's no easy way to fucking do a shitty. Every time it's fucking bad, it's bad. And it's... Sure, you think, oh, I'll get them next show, or I'll try and do something that fucking works next time. But I don't know. Fucking 6 miserable people staring with a fucking agape mouth like, are you gonna say something funny, motherfucker? Like at any point? I was like, I thought that's what I was doing, but it's not easy. Fucking. What do you have to do in this life to catch a goddamn break? Will it ever happen? I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna catch. I'm never gonna catch a break. And this job of mine is only giving me enough hours, like to what am I supposed to feed a cat with that money? 4 hours this week? Fucking Christ, man. It's like you work your whole fucking life, and then when you really fucking buckle down and save, it's 3/4 gone in the first 2 weeks of fucking coming somewhere new. I should have just planned for this to be a vacation. I should have told people this was a vacation. A work-related vacation, but a vacation nonetheless. And now people have expectations. They want me to do good out here, and it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna fold in a fucking month and be back in Indiana working the fucking rib house. Hey, John. It'll be fucking great. We'll go back to fucking just buying dope with every paycheck and hoping that people call offering me a gig. Sunset Tower? Yeah. I'm sorry, man. I can't tell you. Okay. Do you have a smartphone? I could look it up.
No, it says we're here. That's the problem.
Oh, well then I guarantee you I know where it is.
Parking lot. This is definitely
Look,
not a hotel.
Is it this? Very next building? Because this is a hotel. Right
Okay,
here.
Might be it.
It's a pretty fancy pants hotel.
All right.
No doubt. I mean, no problem. Yeah, I'd give this place a shot next door. No, don't do that.
No, I wanted to try it. I didn't think.
So wait.
I don't fucking know. It's all gonna fall apart. I don't know. Fucking do your jokes.
Just do your jokes.
Like, that's the only thing that people care about. Like, not one comic. I've had 2 comics ask to hang out, and only one of them ever invited me to anything. And I couldn't make it. So, it's a different world.
now Keith Ray. Hey, Keith.
Woo! I don't understand why porn's gotta be so goddamn racist. Like, is it because they're both dirty little secrets? Is that why? Like, I don't understand this. And, like, I have a friend who watches, like, exclusively Latina porn, and I don't understand why that's the category name. Like, why is it just their ethnicity? Like, I don't like, you fancy it up for black girls and fat girls. You know, black girls, they get ebony, fat girls get chubby. You know, like, we fancy it up to try and make them feel better. I don't understand why you can't do that with Latina women. Like, why not mamacita porn? You know? That's the kind of shit I could get behind. You know what I mean? I don't understand. Like, why, and the racism in porn, it's not just the titles and categories, it's the dialogue, too. Like, I don't understand why I can't just watch Pinky, or Jada Fire, or Vanessa Blue. Nobody gets those? No black girl porn watchers in here? No? Why can't I just watch like 9 white guys with shaved heads fuck her without all the goddamn name calling? Like, can't you be polite about what's going on? Like, you know you're in too deep with porn when it stops being about how, like, hot she is. It starts being about how damaged she is. And you're like, she's got no self-esteem at all. We could date. We could get an apartment together. Like, I'll work a job, pay for bar tabs and nights out on the town, and her disability check will more than cover rent. Like, we're right for each other. I don't, like, it just, porn, it fucks me up, man, like, because I don't know, like, should we, pussy is something that's important to me. Like, especially when it comes up in conversation. I mean, clearly I'm in charge of what comes up in conversation right now. But I do like to push it towards pussy if I get the chance. Like, because it just seems like that topic, it's near and dear. It's like pussy and politics. I always got something to say, even though I have very little to do with either one. So, politics. You guys gonna vote Bernie? Woo! Yeah, that's what I like to hear. I'm gonna vengefully vote for Bernie. Because I have this little hope in my heart that he's not gonna actually do what he says he's gonna do. Surprise, surprise from a president, right? Not gonna do exactly what he says he's gonna do. I hope he just taxes Donald Trump. And I mean into fucking poverty. Like trading places poverty. Like he has no one left and nowhere to go. And he's like asking friends, hey, can I stay with you for a little while? And they're like, Donald? Ugh. I met him at Carol Channing's party one time. He was a fucking douchebag. You can't come over and stay here. So how about you take your fucking fish head, fucking gypsy whore of a wife and hit the bricks, Donnie. Yeah, that's right. That's not my first lady. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen.
Keith Ray, everybody. Keith Ray.
Yeah.
Push it towards pussy.
Push it towards pussy.
Here we go. Robbie Goodman is on.
Gotta go.
It's all right. Get in the car. For real. Cut.